Hello learners, welcome back to this lesson. This lesson is going to start our tour of the animal kingdom, and we're going to start with the phylum Porifera. The animal kingdom is very large, and it's not only made up of the typical animals you already know of, and one of such is the Porifera phylum. Porifera, from the Latin por bearing, is a phylum of simple multicellular animals more commonly known as sponges. They are aquatic, mostly marine, and are some of the oldest living animals on Earth. Despite their plant-like appearance, sponges are classified as animals, and that is because they are multicellular, heterotrophic, and lack cell walls, just like all animals do. Let's look at some of the defining characteristics of the phylum Porifera. First, organisms in this phylum exhibit cellular level of organization, and this is a critical point. Unlike more complex animals, their cells are not organized into a true tissue or organ. Instead, they are just like a community of specialized cells working together without forming structured tissues like muscles or nervous tissue. Another key characteristic is that they are largely asymmetrical, meaning that their bodies cannot be divided into two equal halves along any plane. A few may show radial symmetry, but most porifera are classified as asymmetrical. Another key characteristic is linked to their name, porifera, meaning pore bearer. Their bodies are perforated by numerous pores called Ostia, which allows water to enter. They also have a larger opening called Osculum, where water exits. Another characteristic is that they have a unique canal system. This is an intricate network of channels that facilitates water circulation throughout the sponge's body, which is essential for feeding, respiration, and excretion. And then finally, they possess an internal skeleton that is composed of tiny crystalline structures called spicules or proteinaceous fibers called spongin. And these provide structural support for the sponges. There are definitely more characteristics that are linked to the phylum Porifera, but these are some of the key characteristics that define this phylum. So, we've established that sponges have what we call a canal system. So, how exactly does this canal system work? Sponges get their food through filter feeding, and this is possible because of the canal system that they possess. In a canal system, water that is carrying oxygen and microscopic food particles is drawn in through the ostia. This current is generated by the beating of the flagella on specialized cells called choanocytes or collar cells. As water flows past the choanocytes, food particles are trapped in the collars and ingested through phagocytosis. Gaseous exchange also occurs by simple diffusion across the cell surface as water circulates. Similarly, waste products are carried out as the water exits through the osculum. There are three main types of canal system, and this is based on increase in complexity. We have the Ascon type, the Sycon type, and the Leucon type. The Ascon type are the simplest form, while the Leucon type are the more complex and efficient form. Let's look at classification of porifera. Sponges are classified into three main classes based on chemical composition and morphology of its skeleton. We have the Calcarea class, we have the Hexactinellida class, and we have the Demospongiae class. The Calcarea class are calcareous sponges, and their skeleton is composed of spicules made of calcium carbonate, and they are typically small and found in shallow marine water. An example is Sycon. Next class, Hexactinellida class, is commonly known as the glass sponges, and their skeletons are made of 4 and/or 6 pointed siliceous spicules, which are made of silica. They are found in deep, cold marine environments. An example is the Euplectella or the Venus flower basket. Then finally, we have the class Demospongiae, and this is the largest and most diverse class, comprising of over 90% of all sponge species. Their skeleton can be made of siliceous spicules and a network of spongin fibers or both. This class includes the familiar bat sponges. An example is the Spongilia, which is a freshwater sponge. So again, we have three porifera classes: the class Calcarea, the class Hexactinellida, and the class Demospongiae. Let's look at some of the importance of sponges. Sponges have ecological and economic importance. Ecologically, they provide habitats for a multitude of other marine organisms and play a role in water filtration. Economically, the spongin skeletons of certain Demospongiae, like Euspongia, have been harvested for centuries as a natural bed sponge. So to summarize, the kingdom Porifera represents the simplest of multicellular animals. They are defined by their cellular level of organization, their porous bodies, their unique canal system for filter feeding, and their skeletal structure of spicules or spongin. They are classified into three classes: Calcarea, Hexactinellida, and Demospongiae, which is based on the nature of their skeleton. That's it for this video. Thank you for joining this lesson. See you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.